Hello everybody and welcome back to the BWN podcast. Today I'm joined by someone once again very special who's been involved in a couple of different things lately, and upcoming anyway we have Lego Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone coming up in the near future with this guy right here. It is Laurence Edwards. How are you doing today?
I bloody immaculate, to be honest.
Just for context, just to open this in, it's probably the weirdest episode start of all time. We probably had one of the best pre-show chats ever on this podcast.
Oh yes,
It's pretty eventful. So we're still cooling down, to be honed.
Yes, apologies. I have a problem where I can't shut up, and then when I do, it's just I have
that problem as well sometimes, to be honest.
Ah, lovely.
Great. Well, today our discussion is very much tied into what it is you do, sort of around uni, subject-wise. We're going to be talking about what it's like to sort of study acting, because I think acting in a sort of a very sort of focused sense isn't something we've talked about actively on this podcast before, and I know that is of course something that's very heavily tied to yourself. But first, there's a way into this. It's not out yet, so we can't really give an awful lot away. But obviously we've done something coming up.
Yes,
You will be playing Quirrell.
Yes, a really good time. Had a lovely time with a character. It's I remember getting the message at like 9 o'clock at night and just saying, hey, do you want to come and do this thing? I was in on the day anyway. I hadn't an actual exam after the fact, and I thought, oh, fine, I'll do something pleasant for once, because I seem to have this tendency to just do things that I avidly detest. So it's been a great joy to actually do something I've wanted to do for a bit, and I had a great time with it. It was a great shoot. I had a good bit of fun.
Very
just
quick
in
thing
here.
as well.
Oh yeah, no, it was massively fast. Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, honestly, we even found with Dylan Hewis, who's really kind of an acting mainstay at the minute of the network. He's playing Harry, we found that he went 2 runs through the script and he wrapped everything up within about 50 minutes.
Yeah.
It was insane. That was that, and he's the lead. It really was. These were not that long sessions at all. I think you were in for 15 minutes. It was.
Yeah, it was very quick. Dylan is a brilliant actor. I knew him in first year. I've known him ever since, and he's an absolute joy. He's a great person to work with. Brilliant, amazingly talented actor. Honestly, he has this level of he really is just a star, to be honest. Yeah. He has that kind of star power that it's remarkable to see. I just like seeing everything he's in, really. He always brings his most to performances, and quite frankly, recently we had the second year project where he played Sherlock Holmes, and he did a great job in that. Mm-hmm. And overall, he's just an absolute joy to talk to. I love Dylan. He's just lovely.
The rest of the cast there with I might as well go for actually see if there's anyone else that you know. So we've got so the rest of the cast of which I'm aware of off the top of my head, I'm going to try and see if I can remember all this. We've got actually, you know what, that'll be.
Do you have it on a list?
The best way to do actually, I've got a list here because we may as well go through because. I'll be honest, if it's actually a great discussion to go down if you're going to dick ride the lead that much.
Oh, hey, look, I will ride anything, Matthew. Look, trust me, I'm proficient. I've got reins on every person in my class. I love them all. I love everyone in that class. They're lovely. They're great to work with.
So, in terms of who we're cast anyway. So we've obviously we talked about Dylan there. We've got Holly Cunningham as Hermione Granger.
Nope.
It's I think performing arts. She is.
Right. Okay.
We have Mr. Jack Cullen as Ron Weasley.
I'm gonna be honest. I couldn't imagine a better casting for him. I don't know what it is. I don't talk to Jack. I've barely seen him. I think I met him in first year and have not talked to him since. And so I think that he has that kind of.
And I will also say, by the way, I do not know if this is going to make it into the making of, right?
No, why?
But he sent me voice notes.
I heard about this, yeah.
Of every single character in the script, including Hermione and all of the girls,
entirely in Scouse. Please tell me it was all Scouse.
And I was like, for the effort, he's playing somebody. I can't think of anyone but Ron. That's.
To be fair, I think if. It would be an absolute joy just to hear the Cullen cut where everyone is just played by him. It's an entire Scouse script, and it may be the funniest thing I've ever heard of. I don't know what it is.
No, he didn't read lines. He just said sentences with them.
Oh, for God's sake!
Who just no, right. I'm actually not. Am I actually doing this? No, I am. Fuck it. I'm doing this.
God damn it.
I'm doing this. I'm actually doing this. I was going to save this for the making of, but I'm doing this right now.
I hope.
I'm just right now. This is going to be absolutely beautiful.
I really hope the producer can just put some anaesthetic into me so I can pass out for the next half. Oh, you.
Hi Matthew. These are my voice notes auditions for the Harry Potter thing show. I hope you like them. No judgment, please. This is a judgment-free zone. Alright, this first one is Voldemort, of course. Okay. Harry Potter, the boy who lived
It checks out.
come to die. Okay, this is the fat lady. I'm a fat lady.
Oh my gosh.
And another version of a fat lady. This is the dinner lady. Nice to see you again.
Not even in the script. Not even in the script.
I ate all the lunch. Sorry, there's nothing left. This is James Potter. Oh, look at our boy. He's just so lovely.
Why is he like drooling from the lips as he says that line?
Now this is the voice of Lily Potter.
No,
Is it
no,
every
no. I'm
character
not. Yes, every
in the
character.
entire franchise.
Sword and Heart. No, right.
Okay, I have no idea what the Gringotts employee is, Matthew. I don't know what grip hook is either. It sounds like some sort of, hench Londoner.
The Goblin.
Was it?
Oh, mate, what the fuck you doing? Mate, fuck off. Then we got Peeves. I don't know what the fuck Peeves is either, Matthew. But I'm going to pretend he's a mank.
I mean, not far off, to be fair.
This is Professor Dumbledore.
Oh no.
Ah, Potter.
You're a
Such
fucking
a great
wizard.
student of mine. Now this is Hermione.
No.
Oh, Lord.
It's Wingardium Leviosa. Leviosa.
Why do you sound like you're trying to do Love Island?
It's Leviosa.
I can't wait for Blue Web's networks of Hogwarts Island.
Weasley, aka Ron Weasley.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's wonderful. I'm ginger. Wow. Oh my.
Ron did say that, to be fair. Ron did say that in episode 4.
It was him saying Harry. Like God, it was like Harry. Like it's when he said that. That's what got it there. But yeah.
I mean, that's fair. I mean, to be fair, Ron did say that in Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. So, it
Oh
happened.
my word. I don't know if all that makes a cut on the. That is incredible.
But it is a joy. I think that one of the funniest people. I don't know what it is about it. It's just
So you've got a new sort of camera person working behind the scenes of the network. Tom Strong giving Draco Malfoy a go. You've got Christopher O'Sullivan as Snape.
right. Yeah.
You've got obviously yourself as Quirrell. Dylan Browning as Voldemort. Andrew Laidlaw, who's been on this podcast, has got a cameo as Grip Hook, and Nathan Ellison, who's also been on this podcast this season, is a Gringotts employee.
Oh,
As
lovely.
a cameo. We've got Ben Walton, who's also been on the podcast as the Sorting Hat. We've got Julia Bells as the Fat Lady. We've got Jacob Varley, who's directed Green Hill Zone recently. He'll be Peeves. Millie Blakelock is Lily.
Millie's in this.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Millie is Lily. And
That's amazing.
Nathan Wood is James Potter, and Philip Johnston, the lecturer here,
The lecturer did.
is Hagrid. And I'm Dumbledore. So that is the cast. But no, honestly, such a fun project. Like really, like animation and this the whole way through. It is now in post production. Well, at the time of recording anyway, it'll be done by the time you see this. It'll be coming out in a few weeks. But yeah, it really is. It honestly was an absolute pleasure to work on. I really enjoyed it from start to finish. It was great. Yeah. So that is to catch the audience up to date. That is the one thing that we have done. We've given some context on that.
We've done that. I've got a hard on. It's going great.
But yeah, so you do acting? Do you do an acting university course? I do not.
Yes.
I do have a mild background in sort of A-level drama, but aside from that, I've kind of had my fill, and I've kind of specialised now, and it's not acting. Yeah. So it's I do love it though. I really do. I think I'd enjoy this discussion. But it's yeah. So from your perspective, what do you think to start with? What do you think kind of separates studying it and really specialising in it at a degree level to just having a passion for it as a hobby?
Okay, so I guess I'll start with like the reason I'm doing it as a degree, and it's because I've been a performer for a good while. I started, training in screen acting from 8, and then I didn't end up going to a place that did it at GCSE. Did it at A-level, had a bit of a theatrical thing go on, did a show at the Northern Stage, almost did one at the North Shields Exchange, but it got cancelled due to other issues. Mm-hmm. And I think that in terms of, like, the difference between a hobby version of it and I guess it really depends what you're doing it for and what you choose to do it. If you do it for just entertainment, you can really just join any Amdram society and, just go on. If you're a stage or screen actor, there's differences because on screen you're kind of I guess the stage is the easiest thing to show the differences about, because on stage you're really big and out there because you're in a massive auditorium full of people. But on screen it's kind of the exact opposite, where everything's very hyper-focused on you because camera angles.
Yeah.
And I guess in terms of learning to do screen at university level, it really does give you the perspective of that and really focuses on, I guess, honing what you do at a much more internal level more than the external. I've done it just for fun for a bit because I needed something to do because I was quite frankly bored out of my mind. Then I just enjoyed doing this, and here we are. I think the most difficult part for me so far was getting into some form of agency, getting onto different actual sets.
Yeah.
Because I've been on Vera twice because they needed people on there, and my agency just happened to have connections. And so I did Vera, was on there twice. Lovely time. Mm-hmm. It's crazy to see the scale for it, to be honest, because it is so many people. They are all over the place. It's crazy. There was the one that we did in I don't even know if I can say this. I didn't sign an NDA, I'm fine. But there was the one that was just in this small, like, built-up police station that's in Killingworth, and we just did a whole bit there. And then there was the one, a place called Barnard Castle. There's this... There was a private school there that just... I don't know how to describe it. If you go to school in a castle, I'm losing my mind. They had this whole castle that was a private school. It had a lunch hall that genuinely felt almost Hogwarts-esque. It was massive. It had a massive, like, plaque on the wall for sports trophies that just took over half the hall. It was ridiculous. And, like, it's just such a grand building. And then we just used a small... Like, the library itself was a completely individual building in there. There was a massive courtyard of a library just plopped in the middle. But, yeah, it was good. It was a great shoot. And then there was the other one that I actually can't even remember the title of the thing I was in because I wasn't told on my contract. Because you don't get told things in contracts most of the time.
Yeah.
Like, from Gary's perspective, who's one of my main lecturers, Gary has been given contracts. Disney's a dick for it. I live by this. Disney's an absolute arse because when it comes to Marvel and Star Wars projects, they don't tell you which one it is.
Oh, of course.
They have Star Wars or Marvel. They don't tell you anything specific. It just says it's one of those two things, and then they just let you make your decision on it.
The thing is, though, I would obviously this in the production world, I'd imagine this is different, but from a fan's perspective, I could imagine that it's not the hardest idea. It's not the hardest guess to figure out which one it is.
It doesn't tell you anything aside of it. They don't really tell you what they're... Because yeah, I guess if you were looking into the inner mechanisms of it, but for like, I guess the role that he was looking for, it just told him nothing.
Right. So like on set, you've got no clue, as in like.
Oh no, when you're making it, you know. But it was the contract itself. Like he was given the job offer. You don't know until you get on set what you're doing.
Yeah.
And so like, and it's a shame as well. The contract he was given was for Kenobi, and he would have loved doing it because he's. Cause, like, you know, working on Star Wars is kind of one of those things where, like, I'd love to do it, but yeah.
Yeah. Like, if there's one thing in terms of a role for somewhere out there in sort of no matter how big or small of level of industry it is, if there's one series or franchise that you could be a part of, what would it be?
That's okay, right? That's because there's a lot of series I enjoyed. I mean, I think Star Wars is up there because. I guess if I could ignore everything problematic about Star Wars at the moment, it probably would be, just because it's fun, it's silly. I've watched Star Wars. My dad loves it. I think he owns nearly every Lego set for it. Oh God, that living room is ridiculous. He has a massive freaking shelf full of all the Star Wars Lego just in his dining room that like arches around the whole room. It's ridiculous. But Star Wars probably either that or any Lego film. Like if any of I don't know which company makes the Lego movies, but
Warner Brothers.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, they're fun. Like I'd love to be just a little Lego guy, even if it's a little cameo of just me screaming and then dying. Like it would be amazing. Like actually, the Dungeons and Dragons movies. Naturally, love.
Is there going to be a sequel to that?
I think so. I've heard like so many conflicting things of yes, no. I have no idea, but I hope to God, because it's such a fun.
That was fun.
Yeah, Dungeons and Dragons is I think one of my favorite movies of all time. I think behind Bullet Train and Cat in the Hat for ironic reasons. But
no, that is the best film of all time. There is no debate.
Cat in the Hat is a
honestly.
beauty.
How? Two things. How is that a kids' film?
Yeah.
How did that get past the boardroom and they think, you know what? Yes, that is quality children's entertainment. Let's put that out there. That's like something that they made in the boardroom for the shits and gigs, and they decided, you know what? We'll just
Funny story about that film. Mike Myers just put on a cat costume, and just started harassing.
Yeah,
people.
he had far too many tequila shots the other night. He signed he had a contract. He had no idea what the fuck he was signed up to.
Yeah, he even signed it with.
You want me to do what? Where? What?
I was like, what a movie!
Oh my god, I will get you, and it'll look like a bloody accident. I can't,
that entire kitchen scene may be one of the funniest things I've ever witnessed. Like when I was younger, it was one of the funniest scenes of all time.
Yes,
yes, Bug, please, I beg
anything.
Yes, anything. Anything. Yes, I mean anything.
The cupcake-inator.
The what? Cupcake-inator.
We've got it up now. Hey. Oh my god.
Are you calling my mother ugly? I mean it. I will end you.
It's just incredible. It is just the best. Oh my word.
It is such a good scene. I have had...
when he pulls the photo down and his hat goes up.
Yeah.
How is that a kids movie? How is that a kids movie?
Yeah, I will say, I think I remember when I first bumped into this beauty of a film, and it was in Edinburgh, Scotland. What a joy!
Oh my god! Do you know them car tallies in the back, like you can strap to the back of a car?
Oh, hi!
Oh
my god!
Where you put a disc in them?
Yeah,
that was my first experience. A trip to the Lake District in the back of a car with wired headphones at like 7-8-year-old watching that. It was legendary. Yeah, me and my brother wetting ourselves on the back of a car. It was honestly. I will forever hold it in high regard. Ever. When someone said Mike Myers, no. Austin Powers, not Shrek.
That one. That creature. Love it.
Classic.
It is a joy. It was, like, to be fair, strapping someone into the back of the car and making them watch Cat in the Hat now could be used as one of the best torture methods of all time.
And my God, if Illumination ever even attempts to remake it,
I'm just going
to
kill them.
Get out. There is one bit of media, film media regarding Cat in the Hat, and it is that.
It is that.
Get out.
Yeah, we don't need any more. I think, the Lorax was fine.
I want the Cat in the Hat too. I want Mike Myers. I want the Cat in the Hat too with Mike Myers.
Mike Myers is gonna die. They're just gonna bring him back and be like, "There's one." Like Michael Myers dies. Like, I bring you back for one more ethereal contract. You play Cat in the Hat and Cat in the Hat 2.
SAG-AFTRA eventually lose to Hollywood, and the AI writes, and it's like the first thing they used Mike Myers as the AI force him into the Cat in the Hat 2.
Yeah, that too. Christ.
Just make an AI model of it.
Oh God. To be fair, as much as I shun AI for a lot of things, but like an AI model of the Cat in the Hat, I don't think it could be much worse than the actual costuming for that. In terms of comfort, at least. I mean, look, I have nothing against the furry community, but I'm sure it's better than that now, because like, you know, I hear things about fursuits. They're very allegedly comfortable, from what I know, and so they could have done that for him. Oh Jesus, the Cat in the Hat is someone's persona. I have to live with the fact that that's probably a thing. No, Bug, please, I beg of you. Oh, Jesus.
What are we searching up?
It's the Cat in the Hat fursuit, isn't it?
What is? You can't buy it, surely. No.
I trust.
No. Whoa. What is that at the top? The movie storybook.
Imagine, hey, we're going to make a film out of a book. Now we're going to make a book about the film that we made out of a book. Like, I think...
No.
Someone pulls up to my funeral.
No.
Oh, yeah. Put that full screen. Put that full screen.
No.
Crop that. Send it directly to my email.
It does an adult. By the way, that is for real. That is an adult-sized Mike Myers Cat in the Hat suit.
It's beautiful. I've not seen anything more gorgeous in my entire career.
Oh my god. So what were we saying? Franchises you'd like to act in?
Yes.
This.
Peak. But no, like, you know, a Seuss film would also be very funny. But oh god, there is a beautiful amount of lore about the Dr. Seuss movies that I can't even begin to get into, but it's great that they even exist.
Why are all of them just memes? They've got the Lorax as well.
The Lorax, Horton,
Granny Norma. Like,
oh Jesus,
how is all of them just memes? Every single one of them. Even the Grinch. The Grinch.
You're a dipshit, Mr. Grinch.
My God.
But yeah.
Anyway, so in terms of you know, with by pathways and that sort of thing, I want to generally know, because it's no secret that with what you guys do, it's very hard to find the right job at times.
Yes, I think the reason that this course at this uni is good specifically is because it gives you other gateways. Because, yeah, a lot of us are here because we are actors. But what this kind of does is gives us other skills that we can also use in the same industry. Because, you know, we all want our own, like, other thing that we do.
Yeah.
Like, I know some people want to do directing as well. I know some people want to work on camera. Some people want to work with different bits of cinematography and sound. And I'm going into armory at some point because of the whole incident with that one actor whose name I forgot, who's also in Cat in the Hat, may I add. Yeah. I don't like it looping back, but it's Alec Baldwin, that's the bugger. Yeah, he's in that as well. If I said, hey, the bloke in the Cat in the Hat shot someone, I'm losing my mind. But no, so yeah, I'm doing that. I want to go into that.
Plot twist, it was Mrs. Kwan.
Mrs. Kwan is... I live by the fact that I think a lot of things in terms of that, like, you know... But no, armory is a thing I do want to go into because it has come immediately apparent that there is a level of procedure you need to have in that job, and it hasn't been followed in a few cases. Like, you know, it's the job of taking care of actors and other people on set, and I don't know, maybe not bringing live rounds to a shoot, for fuck's sake.
Yeah. Have you seen the trailer for that, by the way?
I've not seen...
They have actually dropped the trailer. It's either on the way or it has recently come out, like, very quietly.
Yeah.
And I will say, from the trailer, it looks incredible.
Like, it's better be one of the best movies of all time, because I'm going to be honest, from what I've read about it, it was one of the most unsafe shoots of all time. Like, there are so many people who've been injured on that shoot. People have died, like... And there's not many film shoots where you can say, oh yeah, someone's died whilst on set from direct actions by people. And so, like, you know, in the grand scheme of things, I don't as an actor, we're not, I guess, held in high respect, at least on set, because everyone else is doing the jobs that are visually, physically difficult.
Yes.
We have a reputation of we sit there and just wait to do our bit, then wait 20 minutes for cameras to change and do nothing for it. But I live by the fact that I'd like to do every bit of it. I am not proficient.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where we are probably the most taken care of people on the entire set, and really, I don't think we deserve most of it. There are people who are putting much more effort into it than we are in a lot of cases. But to be fair, when a performance is done just right, it is one of the most beautiful things.
Yeah.
And as an actor, you kind of have to be friends with everyone on the set as well, because, quite frankly, it's the lighting that makes you look good. It's the way cameras are that make you look good. It's the way the editor chooses to edit the sequences. So basically, I am having sex with everyone on that set, because I need to look fantastic. I can't be. No, look.
That was so left. I came out of nowhere.
Yeah, no, honestly, I will do anything for anyone I work with, because I respect everyone I work with to the utmost degree, because everyone is doing something and they have reasons to do it, and I am proud of everything that I've ever produced. Because we have,
but most of all, Quirrell.
Look, Quill was a joy to do. I had great direction. I had a great sound tech. It was great.
Thing is, I'm not even the director on that. I was quite frankly a stand-in. I'm producing it.
Oh right.
I've duty calls sometimes. But anyway.
Yeah.
So anyway, back to it. So. With obviously we're saying their pathways in terms of the kind of finding opportunities. For you as an acting student, do you have a game plan? Would you say as in what?
Well, as soon as we finish this year, we're put on this massive agency called Spotlight that kind of will allow us to get jobs and work through it. I mean, I already have agents. I know that generally my game plan is to audition for as many agencies as possible as soon as I'm finished.
Yeah.
And see what will take me. I'm planning to go to get an apprenticeship in Armory before I, fully go into everything, so I can have the most opportunities possible. I don't want to just kind of go for one career and just hope, because I think the thing with acting as a career is that it is very much just a luck of the draw thing.
Yeah.
And so I'd rather just have as many opportunities as possible coming up for different bits, so that I'm always at least in there, as it were.
Yeah.
Because
is it very much sort of a wait and see kind of thing?
Pretty much, yeah. You basically hope that you get the right email at the right time that kind of just gets you moving.
Yeah.
And just pray to God nothing problematic comes out about the set that you're in, because God.
Yeah. Because I suppose if you're a small cog in a massive wheel,
yeah,
a reputation knock affects everybody.
Well, yeah, I mean, in the grand scheme of things, a lot of it is how could we know? If we're in terms of you got producer, director, everyone else, and all that going along. If you're actor somewhere in the mix, you're not really. You could have never predicted any of what would have happened much higher above. It's not really.
Yeah, of course.
To be fair, what they're doing in their spare time is none of our business. We show up to do a performance on set and then prepare for the next one.
Barely, if not, never talk to them.
Not really. They usually just talk, in terms of directors, we do talk to them.
Normally, maybe someone's done something wrong, in some cases, you might not even interact with them.
Well, yeah. If lead for cinematographer Shimble Bob McSkimbleBap decides, and it just kills someone by just throwing a really big brick at them, and then they die. We aren't liable for that. We could never know that Shimble Bob would ever do that.
I handed them the brick.
I actually was the brick. I saw it happen. If the brick fits, but
yeah. With expectations, when you were kind of going into this as a subject, what would you say is as a hobby? What got you into acting? What were your expectations going in, and what is the reality more like?
Well, I think one of the things was I started acting young. Then I discovered very much that I'm a rather eccentric bastard. I don't know if it's because I had this need for attention or because I'm a bit gay, but either could be it. Either could be the cause of it, and I kind of just kept going on with it. I kept meeting people, and every single person I've met who I have worked with who is an actor are some of the most entertaining bastards I've ever worked with. And so I kind of thought, I'm never going to be bored doing this. And so I kind of kept doing it, and I've ended up here. And you know what? It is surprisingly, it's better than what I expected. I'm going to be honest. The stuff that we have access to here, the tools, the equipment, the studios, it is all so much more than I ever expected, and I'm very happy about it. I big ups. I complain a lot. I will say, in Module for not being given enough time or having a few issues, but we do have a lot of stuff here. We have access to quite a lot. I just think, if it wasn't for the every time I book out a tripod and it doesn't have the little slide bit in, But to be fair, we try. We do our bits.
So, what's a typical day for you? With what is it you do? What let's say an eventful one. What do you usually do?
Okay, so I think for one of the sets I was on, it's the one I can't remember the name of. It was a shoot at Chillingham Castle. Show up to the set about an hour early because I'm paranoid as all hell. I get up to the set. I sit in a cold dungeon with a fire lit because it's a castle. We don't have electricity. So the only thing heating us is a fireplace. I'm sitting there in a big puffy super dry coat because it's all I had at the time. I didn't really show up wearing my big massive coats. So I'm sitting there on a log looking into a fireplace and just waiting for the day to start. I sit there for 2 hours whilst people get it to the location, show up. This bloke's here who's this big actor. I don't know who the hell he is. So they're all setting up. Then we get about an hour whilst we're all getting costume fitted. I played a guard. I get along. I try to talk to network as much as I can, really, because quite frankly that's what half my job is. So I'm doing that. I'm getting into character because even if it's a small role, I still want to kind of get into it. And so, I'm doing this thing, trying to get the whole, freaking guard from Oblivion voice going. Halt, you violated the law. Play the court fire to serve your sentence. Your stolen goods are now forfeit. I start mumbling to myself. I dab up the guy who's doing the main role. I don't know who he is still. Then we basically go out, start shooting in the courtyard of this castle. We're a bunch of guards taking this bloke in. We take him into the castle courtyard. He has this big speech about elves, and then he then gets taken away. I will say the most entertaining bit about it was when they brought in the stage horses. They just clopped around. I think during one of the shots, it was a big black horse. It's the Lloyd's horse, actually. Funnily enough, I'm lying. So there's a big horse walks in. I think it was relatively entertaining because it took a fat shit mid-take, so we had to stop the entire thing once that got cleaned up. There was a bloke lying in some hay, dead. There was this bit where we all saluted and cheered. I then, it came to be fair, the catering service was lovely. I think it was the biggest bacon sandwich I've eaten in my life. It was greasy as all hell. Loved it. There was a pack of, I think, off-brand Walkers that was very solid. That was lovely. And I hear people talking. Big bloke actor was talking to these two people. Something. Oh yeah, I saw Elijah Wood yesterday. I'm like, I just thought nothing of it. So then we continue doing a few other extra takes. And then at the end of the day, I go home. I'm like, I wonder who that guy was. Oh shit, it was Pip in Lord of the Rings. And so, that's how that day went. I got there early in the morning. Get home about it's the same day, so I'm not too upset. It was still about 9-10 at night, full of and they chucked about £100 at me for it.
I'm tired just hearing about it.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. I enjoyed it. I think the setting was lovely. It's in the middle of bloody nowhere. Because getting to Chillingham Castle is its own thing. Trying to find parking even then, but it was nice. It was good to hear. I just had a good time with everyone on there. It was good.
Great. Then when you're in the moment doing what you're doing,
Yeah.
what is your, to any production that you're on, what is your practice in terms of getting into character? Like, what's your process as an actor?
See, I guess it depends on the character, I guess, because there's a lot of what we do as actors are based off, practitioner technique. We've been taught, Stanislavski, Meisner, Chekhov in some cases. And a lot of it I personally try to think of is try to understand the way that a character thinks, the way their mindset is, the way that they go through processes, the way that I kind of want to go through a three-step process where I try and think of their logic, their morality, and just their general mannerisms as a character, because you can kind of tell, if you're look, I will live by the fact that some characters are harder to play than others. I don't think I could ever play anything like, too... Well, actually, I've never played anything evil, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
And so, I played a serial killer that one time. What am I talking about? That's hilarious. But it's one of those things where, I kind of need to know a full grasp of what their mindset is before I get into it. And I think one of the best things that I do as an actor is that when I'm acting, I am thinking of anything but acting. Internally, I am going through different bits and pieces, and just I don't want to go into the method because I know what that does to people. I'm not really in a mental state to do actual proper method acting for certain characters because I don't have a time for that kind of brink on my mental. But generally, it's just to have a process in your mind of how you're going to go through with it, and then just trying to be as natural as possible with what you do.
Yeah. I've completely drawn a blank. But anyway, with this, obviously, described sort of your process, your time on set, and sort of experiences that you've had in a few different ways. Do you have a personal favourite? Is it Chillingham or is it something else? Have you ever had a favourite day on set?
I think the Chillingham one is my favourite, just due to the fact that it just felt so pleasant. It was just the idea of it just felt so in the moment, in the time period, because we're all sitting there in the middle of a castle in the middle of nowhere with a fire being our only heat source. It just felt so I don't know, it just felt so well done for the time period. It was lovely. And I just think overall it's just the best experience of a day for me. I'd do it again anytime, and I'm happy for it.
Do you think there's, because obviously these pathways of do these kind of opportunities, have these kind of sprung from studying, or is it sprung primarily from agencies?
Oh, it's all agencies. All of this, all the stuff I do externally has come from my own agencies, and I've got a shoot in July that I'm going for. No idea what it is. I'm getting a beard trim, getting my hair cut. I'm going down, and I'm playing some kind of medieval noble. I don't know what it's for, and I'm just excited. I'm excited to do that because, quite frankly, it's been a while since I've played anything medieval, and I've missed it.
Yeah. What would you say there is? What would you say are the sort of primary benefits to studying this on on a sort of from kind of an examination and performance? What it is you'll probably do in certain lectures? What is a typical day as a uni student doing this sort of thing? Right. And what would you say are the benefits to actually studying it as well?
So I think the main benefits that you have studying this is that you are, I guess, I'll start with the people. I love the people I work with. We're all like-minded and working on the same thing, and it kind of allows us to have a level of, I guess, efficiency in what we do. I think that the average day that I had, I guess I'll go with, for acting for screen, the first module I did this year, it was a full, 9 to 5 day in the studio where we there's the written bits of lectures where we go through different exercises that people have done throughout history in terms of performance. For example, there was this one Chekhov one where you're kind of having to voice things to another person with different emotions in mind that therefore creates a different performance and, I guess, cadence to the voice that you do. It kind of is like that, but on a constant loop, where you learn new different bits of technique to use. You can take them aboard, you cannot. It kind of is trying to hone your style of acting, in a sense. And so that was for acting for screen too. A lot of what we do with screen production is a lot more of industry-based, crack on, get some things done, let other people do the technical bits for you, because we're just here to be funny. Though we do get a few tech roles, which mostly comes down to, I'm an actor, I have like 20 million props for different things, let me do props, I know where things are, I have a gun, a prop gun.
Well, you've mentioned that obviously with art,
Yeah.
and
I don't
armory,
actually,
that sort
yeah,
of thing.
I'm going in for my license at some point, because, I need a proper firearms license to actually start operating in that field, so I'm going to be applying for that at some point. So that's going to be fun.
So it really is. It is real firearms, but with blank rounds. Is that?
And in some case, it really depends what set you're working on. I imagine some directors prefer to use just really, really good prop gun, but I guess in some cases, a real one would just be better in terms of the man. Look at this! Look, we have a contract with Smith and Wesson to have one of their guns on set, so we're gonna do it.
Yeah.
Because it's not every day that you get a contract with one of the best gun companies in America and the lead of horse insemination Glock.
Yeah.
Because that's what they do for some reason. Yeah.
So, would you say an ideal hybrid that you'd want to aim for is to be an actor who works with guns?
Yeah, sure. Just chuck me in a western. I'll come. It just happens.
Steady on.
Trust me, there's two types of shots happening in here. But okay,
yeah. So really, for as tragic as it was, that's the kind of set you actually want to be on.
Well, yeah. It's really odd to think that the kind of thing that spurred me onto this, wanting to work with guns on set, was something so tragic. But like, in a sense, without tragedy, how do we as people evolve? I guess. I mean,
it does make me think, though. It's a very morbid and sad thing to think about, but it really does. It does make you think sometimes that people just never learn, and people make the same stupid mistake until something goes too far.
Well, yeah,
and that is what teaches people. So it really does sometimes make me think, who is the poor soul that has to die for things to change? Because sometimes that is the way things go. And in this case, it's very, very unfortunate, but all we can hope is that things are a lot safer on set because of that.
Well, yeah.
It's a real shame. It never should have happened, but sometimes it really does take a kick up the arse for people to wake up and be like, look, this needs to change.
Well, yeah, I think that, I think that the concept of initiating change is just something that, like, every industry goes through it, I think. There's always that one incident that goes a bit too far, and then kind of everyone's like, now quickly, we need like 20 million different bits of, signed documentation and procedure. I mean, like, every company, it's like, similar in terms of the, like, Data Protection Acts.
Yeah.
Like, those will be spurred upon because, maybe we shouldn't let people see that we have, like, everyone's bank details just in our system. Like, for some reason, that was a terrible idea. So, I think tragic acts are the best ways to make people look at something and, I guess think about what they're doing in terms of it. Like, even including the BWN incident.
Moving forward in what it is you're doing with your acting career, primarily with the agencies, as you're saying, where would you like to see yourself in? I know I said in a proper end of the line future thing, but even in just 5 years, where would you like to see yourself in 5 years?
In 5 years, like, I generally just want to see myself just steady in terms of income, I guess. Just kind of in an area where I can live comfortably doing what I love doing.
Yeah.
That is where I'd like to be. That's where I plan to be in the grand scheme of things. Like, in the grand, like, I would love to be working on my own big projects, working in my own company's bits, but, like, living comfortably is kind of the first step I want to go for. Yeah. Then I will probably build off of that and see what I can do.
Yeah. And last question.
Yeah.
And we can go into it as much as you want to. In terms of a general level of advice to anyone who's looking to get into acting, what would you say to them?
I guess the best advice I could give to anyone wanting to get into the field of acting is just look for opportunities and take them whenever you can, because just getting out there and feeling what it is on any set at any time is the best thing you can do for yourself. And it just feels kind of glorifying to be like, oh yeah, this is what I could end up doing for the rest of my life. Because it really is invigorating. Like, I occasionally have these moments of, why am I doing this? What am I doing this for? As just just getting on a set kind of really gives you that grandiose moment of, this is why I do this, this is what I'm doing it for. And just, I think another thing is to just don't get put down if an audition goes badly, because in the grand scheme of things, they are looking for one specific thing, and sometimes you just don't have it, and that's fine. It's not that you're a bad actor, it's just that you don't have the exact small bit they were looking for.
Yeah.
And just don't get, because I've had to deal with that. I've had multiple hundreds of auditions that haven't gone fantastically, but I'm still doing things.
Because that is sometimes the matter with things. I know that there's someone even on a small level that I'm at as a producer. It is sometimes the most picky of things as to why some things just don't work. Like no matter on what scale on their end of things, they, especially when you've got that many applicants, people can be very picky, and it's not always your fault.
Oh yeah,
it really isn't. It's so that's definitely something to encourage people to do. Sort of seize every opportunity and don't beat yourself up too much.
Well, yeah.
But no, thanks, Laurence. Thank you very much.
Oh, yeah, of course.
So are we ready for today's game?
Oh yes, lovely. I'm
title tease. Right. Okay. So here's the rules of today's game.
Oh, lovely.
Right, there are 10 acting games. Guess either the name of the game or explain how to play it.
Right, lovely.
Right, okay. Right, here we go. Number 1, explain. Zip Zap Zop.
Ah, yes, a classic. Yes, I am aware of this. We had a similar one in stage. It's one of those focus games, really. Mm-hmm. From memory, it's one of those things where you'll generally have a bunch of people in a circle, and there's a zip where you pass the person across, zap where you can just point at someone at any part of the circle, and zop where you can send it back.
Oh, cool.
From memory.
Yeah, fast-paced game to improve focus and energy exchange. Players pass energy around by saying zip, zap, or zop in turn, pointing to someone else each time.
Yeah, trust me, being fingered in zip, zap, zop is great. Yeah, I tell you. It's a great time.
Number 2, guess the title. One player suggests an action. Let's pretend we're climbing a mountain, and everyone enthusiastically replies, "Yes, let's," and acts it out. Promotes spontaneity and group cohesion.
Yes, let's, a classic. It's one of those things where it's one of the funniest improv opportunities. It's great. I love this. Yes, let's is peak.
Yeah, there we go. 3, explain. Mirror exercise.
Okay. Stand across from each other, mirror what they're doing. It's kind of to build up a connection between two people. I think there's a lot of bits to it. It is all on focus on trying to mimic what people are doing and predict what they're doing next, because it's all to kind of build a synchronicity between two performers.
Why do I also feel that'd be really funny couples therapy as well?
Trust me, when the first right hook is thrown, it doesn't get... look, it doesn't go well. It goes from, lovely exercise to WWE very quickly. Trust me, if you try to mirror a choke slam, it starts to look ridiculous.
Right. 2 actors face each other, one leads slow movements while the other mirrors them exactly. This builds concentration and physical awareness. Great.
Yeah, and then they start making out sloppy style, yes.
Oh my god. Guess the title. Each student plays a different character or emotion, and others must guess who or what they are based on behaviour or clues. Encourages character exploration.
Okay, now I'm a bit lost here. I've not done this one, but it definitely it sounds entertaining. Because I am lost here entirely.
What is the title? Who am I? Who am I? Yeah. I think even I've come across that one. And I think someone said that as a game name before. Explain. Park bench. Oh, yeah, even I've done
I
this.
have seen some fine homosexual intercourse based off this game. So what happens is, two people, you're an actor, another actor, park bench. Also, bus stop is an alternate version of this, where you're at a bus stop, and it's just improv, and it is beautiful.
Bus stop or bus stop?
Bus stop. Right. Trust me, you are not out of range. I am right here. Look.
One player sits on a park bench acting normally. Others try to make them leave the bench using only their character or behaviour. No touching or physical intimidation. Enhances character work and comedic timing.
Right. I just slowly start taking my socks off. Everyone in the room runs.
What is it with you in socks? You've talked about that before.
Look, it's because I've got a pair of socks in my coat pocket at the moment.
Why?
I don't know. They're just there.
Guess the title. 2 players act out a scene. Another yells freeze, taps one out, takes their place, and starts a new scene based on the frozen pose. Encourages quick thinking and creativity.
I do love freeze. This is one that I have done. Basically, people in a circle, improv acting out. You type freeze, you take out the pose, and then you can completely change how the scene is going entirely based off that. And it is one of the funniest things I've ever seen. It is great. I've seen this. It's great. I don't remember the name.
Freeze
but yes.
frame or freeze tag. 7. Explain. Emotion walks.
It could be related to the walking with an emotion in mind and it kind of embodying it in a sense. It feels very Chekhovian, but that's all I've got for it.
Students walk around the room embodying different emotions, joy, fear, anger, etc., changing based on the teacher's cue. Builds emotion range and body awareness.
You choose arousal, you get shot.
8. Guess the title. In a circle, players tell a story one word at a time, promotes listening and collaborative storytelling. Also improv.
Yeah, really funny, this one. Don't know the name of it, but it's really funny.
The name? One word story. Yeah, but I've done something of that kind before as well.
It's great. I've heard some beauties from this.
9. Explain. Bus stop.
Familiar. I wonder why. But yeah, no, people at bus stop, it's an improv thing. With different characters appearing at a bus stop, which, quite frankly, I think improv is one of the funniest things in acting. I live by this. Improv creates some of the funniest scenarios. It's ridiculous. Anything can happen. And bus stop is great for it, I'd say. Trust me, I think... Did someone give birth during one of the bus stop things I've done? I digress. It happens.
We are talking acting, yes?
Yes. No, I've never... No, God. This is a real thing that happens on the daily.
Similar to park bench, but characters interact at a bus stop where each new person brings a distinct personality or problem, changing the scene's dynamics. Great for character interaction practice. And finally, number 10, guess the title. One student speaks in made-up language while another interprets for them in English. Builds improvisation and comedic skills.
I hope this game's called Gibberish, because that's amazing. I love this.
And the name? Gibberish Interpreter.
Call it. Love it. This is great. To be fair, this is how conversations go when I'm talking and my husband has to translate half of it because I speak like a moron. Like, I just say the most ridiculous things and like... He's like this. He can't take me anywhere. It's a problem.
And that ought to just about do it. Fiend.
He's not here.
Great. That is the end of our game. Right, have you enjoyed it, dear Laurence?
Oh, it's been an absolute joy. I'm in a great mood.
Wonderful. Right, well, that was a great discussion there on studying acting. Thank you for coming on, Laurence.
Yes,
and I hope all of you enjoyed from at home. Myself and Laurence, this has been the BWN podcast. Goodbye.
Bye, you sexy fuckers.
What? What would you call it? Apparently you fucking peg.
Hey, if it's a good day and the sun is shining, only on a full moon actually, as it happens.
Otherwise it's just foreplay the entire time.
It's just a foreplay and then we start crying for 2 hours. Like,
Never mind, I'm recording now, so all of this is...
Keep it in. End of episode. Oh my god.
yeah.
Nice. Okay.